Exquisite Glow. My name is Alejandra and today I am going to be recreating for you Dakota Johnson's makeup look worn yesterday, last night at the Oscars. As you can see, I've also worn my hair in a ponytail today in courtesy of the look, and I went ahead and went online to try and find out what makeup was used on Dakota. Unfortunately for me, all products used on her were by Chanel. So what I did is I went into my makeup collection to see if I can find colors that I own that match those used on her by Chanel. Thankfully, I was able to locate some colors in my collection and recreated the look for you guys. So if you are interested in recreating Dakota Johnson's makeup look, whom I'm recently loving because obviously 50 Shades of Grey, but if you're interested in recreating Dakota Johnson's makeup look worn to the Oscars event last night using products other than Chanel, then definitely keep on watching. So anytime you're going to be out for a long period of time for an event or anything, you want to make sure that you prime your face before applying your foundation, just so that your foundation does stay all night. Now today for that, I'm going to be using L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base. What I like about this base is that it is pore filling while helping my foundation last longer. Now for this look, Dakota Johnson was wearing Chanel's Perfection Lumiere Velvet Foundation, which is a matte and long-lasting lightweight foundation, and it is also oil-free. Now since I don't have the Chanel foundation, what I'm going to be using is my Estee Lauder's Double Wear Foundation. Now because this foundation can tend to be a little bit heavy, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be mixing in a BB cream, and that's Maybelline's Dream Fresh BB Cream 8-in-1 Beauty Balm Skin Perfector. Mixing these two together should give me a lightweight but full coverage foundation situation. So then going in with your beauty blender, go ahead and just blend everything onto your skin. Now that I have applied my first layer, I'm going to go in with some green concealer, and I'm going to hide away some of the redness that still peeks through on my foundation. Then I'm just going to cover that up with a little bit of MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. Now using the rest of the foundation on my hand, I'm just going to go ahead and put in my second layer of the Double Wear Foundation mixed with the Maybelline BB Cream. You want to concentrate this foundation in the areas where you just applied concealer. So picking up the excess with your beauty blender off your arm, just go ahead and start patting it away. And this is going to be a light second layer. Now Dakota Johnson's eyebrows were pretty, filled in and pretty strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomades, both in chocolate and blonde, and I'm just going to mix the two to make my perfect color for my brows. What I'll be doing is I'll just be brushing out my brows and then just filling them in off camera. Alright, so I've gone ahead and filled in my brows as best as I could to match those of Dakota Johnson's. And I went ahead and I also primed my lids with MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. If you want your shadows to last all night, you want to make sure to use a primer. And for that, I decided to go with this one because it is a light base and it'll make my shadows stand out. Now for the eyes, Dakota Johnson's makeup artist went ahead and used Chanel's Stylo Yeux, I believe is the pronunciation, waterproof long-lasting eyeliner pencil. And what she did was that she feathered in the eyeliner on her eyelids, on the outer part of the eyelid, onto the crease, and on her lower lash line. However, we're going to be using Starlet pencil, and this is not a waterproof pencil, but I couldn't find a reddish brown in my collection that was waterproof. This is the only thing that I found, and it is pretty close, and this is in the color Chocolate by Starlet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start feathering in the liner on the outer part and onto my crease. And on my lower lash line. Then taking a soft blending brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that. You can always add more. And blend away. Now that your eyeliner is blended out, you're going to want to go in and start adding in a caramel color. Now Dakota's artist went ahead and used Chanel's Les Four Ombres Quad Tessie Rivoli, I believe is the pronunciation. Now in that quad there was a nice caramel color that she just went ahead and applied all over the crease and on the outer portion of the lid, and then also ran it on the lower lash line. Now because I don't own that Chanel quad, what I am going to be dipping into that I found closest is this caramel color by Anastasia, and this is my Amrezy palette. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be mixing this caramel color with this topaz, because the topaz has that shiny effect that Chanel quad eyeshadow, caramel eyeshadow had. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my fluffy blending brush. I'm going to pick some of that up, tap off any excess, and then I'm also going to dip it in the topaz, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start putting it in, lightly tapping it, just so I kind of have a guide of where I'm going to be blending. This will also help with any fallout because you're initially pressing the product onto your crease. Once you're happy of where you've placed the color initially, now you can go in and start doing circular motions to start blending in the color with that eyeliner. To darken up the crease just a tad while still keeping the caramel intact, I'm just going to dip into my topaz, and I am just going to concentrate that on the outer part of my crease. So taking a pencil brush, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the two colors once more, and that will be the caramel and topaz, and I'm going to bring that on my lower lash line. Now I am going to blend this color low because in the picture it seemed like her shadow was pretty low. It was quite thick down here. Now in the pictures the color does seem quite shiny, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of topaz on my lower lash line. Now because in the picture it does look like her inner lid has a little bit of shimmer, I'm going to go in with the color Glisten from this palette, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply just a tad bit on my lid. To bring in some more illumination to the inner eye area, I'm going to go ahead and use Vanilla and Legend, both of these, and I've actually already applied a little bit, but I'm gonna make it stand out a little bit more and add it here into this area just to lighten it up and down. Just a little more on this side, bringing it in to bring in a little bit more light. Now you want to go ahead and get your lashes ready for falsies. Now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and then apply a coat of mascara, and what I'll be using is Clinique's Lash Doubling Mascara, and this is a sample tube that I kind of want to finish, so this is what I'll be using today. Now her lashes were really simple, they weren't extremely dramatic, and it didn't seem like she was wearing any eyeliner, hence the simpleness of her eyelashes. I went ahead and looked through my collection, and what I could find is I found these lashes by NYX, and they are the Tony's Fade, and they look like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply these, and then I will be right with you. Now that I've finished up my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my under eye area. My under eye circles are not bad whatsoever, so I didn't use any other type of concealer underneath for that. But what I will be using to highlight is my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer in the color Fair Clair. And I just like to take it off the tube and just apply it onto the bottom of my eyes with my finger in a triangular motion, because I like to highlight my cheek area. Not only that, but it also helps blur out any pores that are visible. If you feel like you've lost any of the intensity in the under eye area, go back with your caramel and a pencil brush and just go ahead and swipe that underneath. So for Dakota's contour, her makeup artist went in with Chanel Les Beiges Healthy Glow Sheer Color powder. And for that, those powders they're like a versatile powder. You can use them for a highlight, you can use them as an actual just like setting powder, or you can use them as a bronzer because they come in different shades, obviously. So she went ahead and used that. Now, obviously, I don't have that. So I'm going to be using my favorite bronzer that I also use to contour my face, and that is Sephora's Sol de Rio bronzing powder. This was a limited edition. I am so sorry, so sorry, but I love it. It's what I'm going to be using. You can also use Benefits Hoola. I think that is a great contouring powder for us that are light skinned. And I know that obviously Anastasia has a full line of a whole bunch of colors for contouring, so you can find your shade there. I have to say that Dakota Johnson's contour was not a very prominent. It was very light, almost just to lightly showcase her features, but in a very natural way. I personally like to contour a little bit more than what she was wearing, but today I'm going to stick with a light contour because we are doing her makeup. Now for blush, again, it was extremely light makeup. It didn't seem like she was wearing a blush, and not only that, I believe they just use the Chanel powder to, you know, use as a blush. But I'm going to be going in with Makeup Geek's Smitten, and I'm just going to tap lightly, obviously, my Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap it on my cheeks. Now to set my makeup, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which is my favorite for all over the face. And I'm just going to powder my T-zone area, under my eyes, where I applied my concealer to highlight. Lips. Now for lips, her makeup artist went ahead and used a Chanel Precision Lip Definer in Cappuccino. So for my lip liner, the color that I felt was mostly matching that Cappuccino lip liner by Chanel is this Mirabella Lip Luster Liner, and this is in the color K9. Ooh, oh no, K19. Oh. I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips, fill them in a little bit, and then we'll go in with our lipstick. Now again, Dakota's makeup artist continued with the Chanel theme, and she went ahead and used Chanel's Rouge Coco Ultra Hydrating Lip Color in the color Gabriel. Now that color again is a red type of color, and the closest that I found in my collection was this little lipstick by Laura Mercier, and this one is called Red Amour. This is a very hydrating lipstick. It has olive oil and I believe it was a vitamin E. So this will leave your lips nice and smooth while giving them nice like hydration, which is something that Chanel's Coco Rouge also offers. And the colors match, semi. This is a recreation, not an exact recreation. This is working with what I got. So what they did is they went ahead and applied a layer of this by smudging it on, not just kind of like, you know, swiping it on. It was more of a smudging. So I'm just going to tap it and smudge. So after applying your first layer of lipstick, go ahead and blot with a tissue. And now we're going to apply a second layer of this lipstick. Had to think of that for a moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate most of the color in the center, and we're going to work our way outwards, because what we want to do is we want to give our lips that just bitten look. Like gray just bit them. Had to throw that in there. If there's anything that is uneven on your lips, you can go in with your lip liner and just give it a little fix. And there you go. There is the completed look for Dakota Johnson's makeup look for the Oscars red carpet and presentation. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I definitely have fallen in love with her look and with her, but I feel that it's with her because of 50 Shades of Grey, obviously, because I watched the movie, I've read the book, and I don't know, I'm just, you know, her look stood out to me, and I'm like, hey, I just watched your movie, and hey, you look good, so let me recreate your look for my friends on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So I thought that I'd give it a shot, and I feel like, you know, I did okay. What do you guys think? Do you think that this look represents what she was wearing on the red carpet? Please leave me your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy celebrity makeup tutorials. If you want to see on more on a daily basis situation on makeup and kind of like, you know, just little random things, make sure to follow me, Exquisite Glow. Me, Alejandra, Exquisite Glow, my channel on Instagram and Twitter at Exquisite Glow. Both of them are Exquisite Glow. I've said that before. And yeah, I think that this is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Again, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Ooh, I got lipstick on me. Oh. Okay, bye guys, for reals.